With the submachine gun now being unvaulted in Fortnite, is it worth picking up at all, or is the Twin Mag SMG still the best SMG in the game? Well, it's not a linear answer, and a lot of YouTubers are making it seem like it's a linear answer, but it's a lot more in depth than that. And we're going to be going through the differences in today's video, as well as the advantages versus disadvantages in both zero build mode, and team game modes as well. So first things first, both of these guns come in every single rarity, apart from the Twin Mag also coming in an exotic variant. Now there is one other SMG that's currently in Fortnite, and that is currently the P90, that is also an exotic, also known as the heisted run and gun SMG. Now we're not going to be talking about the best SMG overall, but just a direct comparison against these two SMGs as you can find them both on the ground. Now before we talk stats, it's really worthwhile us looking at the damage that both these guns can do at roughly close range, and then as well long range on top of that. So when we're looking at build mode damage, and we're looking at someone who is about 10 meters away using the unvaulted submachine gun, you can tell that this gun shreds pretty quickly. And some of you might have noticed just then, I still had more than half the magazine left when I went to reload it. Now say if I use a Twin Mag SMG in the same circumstance, this gun's going to take them out even faster, but we're going to have less ammo left. There's no point testing the green ones because the grey ones shred pretty well at that range. Now when you look at the green ones here, we're going to test it at zero build range. We're going to first test the submachine gun. You tell that it does take them out not as fast as you'll typically expect from an SMG. When you switch to the submachine gun, you'll notice not only does it have better recoil, but faster time to kill. Now what about if you look at these guns from a bit of a range, for example 20 meters away. Say if we're fighting in zero build mode and we shoot at someone with the grey submachine gun, you can see that it does take them out, but after a relative amount of time, and the recoil wasn't that great. I had to use a little bit of recoil control. And when you look at the grey Twin Mag SMG, you see that this gun fries a lot faster. So I'm pretty sure you got a little bit of a basis summary of how these guns work so far. Although the submachine gun has more ammo, it doesn't take people out as fast, and the Twin Mag SMG does have less ammo, but it takes people out a lot faster. So is that just damage, or does that have to do with the amount of time it takes to shoot bullets? Before we look into that, let's just look at the higher rarities of these guns. We'll be looking at the epic and legendary variants of both of these. Now we're going to do this from a longer range away, so we can see this is about 40 meters away. We're going to be shooting at this bot over here that's got the same health as someone would in build mode. We're going to be using the purple Twin Mag SMG from this range, and I am going to be using recoil control. I'm not going to be trying to like not aim at them. I'm going to play this out properly, and you can see right here that this can take someone out from that range. Meanwhile, if we switch to the submachine gun at the same range, you'll notice this seems to be a bit harder because the bullets are going all around everywhere. Even when switching to the legendary variants of both these guns, if you're shooting at someone in zero build mode from about 35 meters away, you can tell that the submachine gun isn't really going to cut it in this circumstance. Even with that additional ammo, it takes the entire clip before it takes them out. When you look at the Twin Mag SMG, and you can see this gun still fries people with ease, although you are running out of ammo for both these guns. So you can tell the basic statistic for both of these right now. You have a 20 ammo versus 30 ammo difference. But what about when you look at these guns from a more statistical standpoint? Well, I've got all of the damage numbers up here, and on top of that as well, I've calculated the amount that each headshot does for both of these guns. Now, throughout the board, all of these guns have the same amount of damage. The grey submachine gun does 16 damage and also 16 damage to builds, just like the grey Twin Mag SMG, 16 damage to people, 16 damage to builds. And that is consistent throughout the rarities. We look at the legendary, aka the gold variant, this does 20 damage to people, 20 damage to builds. You look at the gold variant of the submachine gun, that it does 20 damage to people, 20 damage to builds. But where does this difference tie in? Ammo count, damage per second, or in this case we're considering it time to kill, and then on top of that as well, headshot multiplier, which is the most important factor you want to be thinking about here. And this is where it ties into play of where you kind of want to use one gun or the other. So the Twin Mag SMG is better overall. Like, let's just take that out from fact outright. You can tell that from my base little bit of testing. You don't need to see in-depth testing or in-depth numbers for that, but the submachine gun is better for team game modes, as well as if you have bad aim. If your aim isn't fantastic, you probably want to use this gun. It may seem counterintuitive, but I'll explain that in a moment. And then as well, if you're playing arena game modes where it's a little bit more high tier gameplay and you have people boxing up and you have moving zones with a lot of people, you want to have more ammo in your magazine, and that's where the submachine gun you want. So the Twin Mag SMG has a variable reload speed. The first mag reloads faster, the second mag reloads slower. That's why it's called the Twin Mag. This gun does better overall for reload time until you come into higher rarities of the submachine gun, where really I'd start to consider the epic and the legendary variant, the purple and the gold one, have a better reload speed. The epic one has a reload speed of 2, and the legendary one has a reload speed of 1.89 seconds. Versus in the Twin Mag SMG, first reload on the epic, aka purple, is 1.3 seconds reload time, which is faster, but then the second reload time of 2.3 is slower, almost by 1/3 of a second. So it might be faster to hit that first reload mag, But the more you use this gun, and if you are trying to fry people or you're trying to beam at someone's walls while your teammate's healing or someone else is rezzing your other teammates, say if you're playing trios arena, then this average reload time, say if you reload 4 times, is going to be quicker on the submachine gun than it is going to be on the Twin Mag. And that stands true also for the legendary variant, as the Twin Mag SMG reload time is always the same. It's 1.3 and 2.3 for the second mag, where the reload time gets faster for the submachine gun. Now the next biggest factor that we have to talk about, other than the ammo count 20 versus 30, is the headshot multiplier. The Twin Mag SMG has a headshot multiplier of 1.5. So when you look at the grey variant, it can do 24 damage to the head, and then it keeps going higher and higher as the damage keeps going up and up. Pause this video at any time if you need to catch out these numbers. But when you look into the legendary variant, it can do 30 damage to the head, and then when you look at the submachine gun, it does a higher headshot multiplier. It does 1.75. Now this 1.75 is only 25% more of the total number, but it really adds up. So the grey variant doing 28 headshot multiplier, where the Twin Mag was only doing 24, 4 additional damage. May not seem like much, but you hit a couple random headshots. If you're lower health than someone and someone pushes you and your aim's not great, this could actually save you in a fight, hitting that higher headshot multiplier. And when you go all the way down to the legendary submachine gun, it can hit 35 damage to the head. Now it's very unlikely that you're going to hit consistent headshots with this item, but if someone's directly in your face and they're not strafing a lot, if they're not jumping and they're not sliding, they just kind of don't have the best movement in the world, and you have your reticle lined up in the right spot, 6 shots is going to take someone out. Now this gun does have lower damage per second with 220 damage per second, the submachine gun, where the Twin Mag's damage per second is 260, but if you hit these headshots, it is going to take someone out faster. For example, if we go point blank range and we've got to take out this bot with the Twin Mag, point blank range, pretty fast, but then you use the submachine gun, and you might have noticed it's a little bit faster. It's not by much, but it makes the difference, say if you're low HP. So say if you are playing build mode of Fortnite and someone is at your box and you're trying to make sure that they don't push you. They're trying to push you, maybe someone's rezzing your teammate, or for example, maybe they're trying to get pizza control. If you spray this submachine gun on them, you can continually spray it while they're holding down their builds. You can then hit a reload and keep spraying it. If you try to do this with the Twin Mag SMG, yeah, it might fry a little bit faster, but you're gonna run out of ammo quicker and you're gonna have to hit that reload sooner. Those 10 extra bullets and that reload time being a little bit better on average overall is really going to add up over time. So I reckon the submachine gun, not the better gun overall, definitely worse. But if you're in close range fights, for example, if you're in about probably the 30 to 20 meter range, the submachine gun is better. If you're playing team game modes, using the submachine gun is probably going to be better as well, because you're going to have to take out multiple people. With the Twin Mag, you could shoot someone and then you have to reload before you shoot the next person. With the submachine gun, you could shoot someone before you have to reload, you can turn on to the next person and you can take them out as well. For example, here we'll take out both bots, one with build mode HP, one with 0 build mode HP, right now with the submachine gun. And just like that, 14 bullets left, and I've still got 4 bullets left in the chamber. Say if that was a circumstance with the Twin Mag SMG, we take out someone with a 0 build mode HP, then we turn to someone in the build mode, and we've had to reload before we've even pulled their full shield. Now this is not me directly aiming at heads, this is not me trying perfect aim, this is just generalized aim. You can see this generalized argument where it comes through. So if your aim's not great, I recommend you use the submachine gun. You can pull off some lucky headshots, you're gonna have that extra ammo, so those shots you miss, you're gonna be able to make up for, because you're gonna have those extra 10 bullets in your mag. And then on top of that as well, if you're playing team game modes, especially if you carry an AR. Now this is where the big difference is. If you carry an AR and you wanna carry an SMG as well, carry the submachine gun. If you don't carry an AR and you just carry a shotgun, you want to carry the Twin Mag, because the Twin Mag can do better damage at range. The submachine gun just has more ammo and it kind of fries a little bit better in terms of being able to do more damage to multiple people, as well as apply more pressure to people, say if you're trying to beam walls and stuff. This can also come into play in arena, say if everyone's boxing up, trying to rotate to zone, you're just trying to shred people's builds, or you're trying to do a little bit of damage so that you're above storm surge. This is where doing this extra damage or just frying people can really play out. The majority of the time you're going to be picking up the Twin Mag, but if you find yourself always to be in end game situations that are a lot of people box up, like 30 people or so, or your teammates typically get knocked and you need to help them out, I do reckon you should use a submachine gun. But if you're playing solos, pretty much Twin Mag SMG all the way. I don't think the submachine gun really has benefits inside solo game mode, so I wouldn't really recommend it there. But if you find yourself not having the greatest positioning, you're getting third partied a lot, so you take someone out and then someone rotates you before you can gun swap off the floor or before you can reload, then the submachine gun might become your new best friend. So if your aim's bad or you're playing those other game modes I mentioned, try it out. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Other than that, Twin Mag SMG all the way. Thank you for watching the video. If you guys want more stuff to do with challenges, as well as updates about the game, news, stuff about meta, or just breakdowns like this, make sure you subscribe for that. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. Any support is much appreciated. Make sure to take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.